Hello everyone, welcome to my updated Venom deck profile. Thank you so much for your support on my last video. I'm sorry that this took so long, but yeah, here it is. I added a lot of new stuff. I added a lot of new gimmick cards, and I changed a lot of the monsters. Before I used to use normal monsters, and now I added some effect monsters. But let's just get right into it. Of course, the first card we have is Vennominaga. He gains 500 attack for each reptile in grave, and he's unaffected by everything, meaning like spells, trap, monster effects. So, and also if he inflicts battle damage, he gains a hyper venom counter, and if you get 3 of those, you automatically win the duel. If he's somehow destroyed by battle, you can banish a reptile to bring him back. So, yeah, he's the main guy you want to get out. Obviously, this is what the deck's based off of. And he's pretty much invincible. The only thing that gets rid of him nowadays is kaijus. So on to the next is the mini version of Vennominaga. This is Vennominion. He's how you get out Vennominaga. When he's destroyed, you use Rise of Snake Deity to summon him when he's destroyed by card effect, and he basically does similar thing. He gains 500 attack for each reptile in grave, and if he's destroyed by battle, you can banish a reptile to bring him back. The only thing is he is affected by card effects, so yeah, but he can still be a good beat stick. And then on to the new cards. You use 3 Reptilianne Gardnas. I'm trying the water engine in the deck, and so far it's working really well. When he's destroyed, you can add another one to your hand, basically, and that's destroyed by battle or card effect. And yeah, he's the replacement for Venom Cobra. It's good to have his effect's helpful because you just get more reptiles in your graveyard to power up your reptiles, and also you can use those reptiles or your turtles to discard or whatever. We'll get into that later. We use 3 Skreeches as well. This is for the water engine, obviously. When he's destroyed by battle, you send 2 water monsters to the deck to the graveyard. So yeah, so that's basically for getting more reptiles in grave too. And yeah, it's working well. You can use him as a beat stick too. He has 15,000 attack, which isn't too bad. And then we use 3 Kagetokage. This is obviously to get out your XYZ monsters. And yeah, that's all the monsters that we use. So on to the spell cards. Oops. We use 3 Snake Rains. This is one of the most important cards. There's several cards that are really important, and this is one of them. You discard 1 card, and then you send 4 reptile monsters to the graveyard. So pretty simple. This is how majority of the time, how you'll be getting your monsters to big attack points. So then next up we have 3 Vipers Rebirths. This is kind of the monster reborn in the deck. When all your monsters in your graveyard are reptiles, you can special summon 1 reptile from your graveyard, and then it's destroyed during the end phase. Obviously, don't go for any non-reptile monsters. The only way to do that is through XYZs early in the game. Also, when your monster is destroyed at the end phase, that's how you destroy Vennominion, and then you can bring out Vennominaga when he's destroyed at the end phase and with the Rise of Snake Deity. So that's one of the key combo cards that you need to get out Vennominaga. And we run 3 Pot of Duality. That's very important for you search out your key cards that you need, most importantly Rise of Snake Deity, even Snake Rain, or Viper's Rebirth, all that stuff. Unfortunately, yeah, you do special summon a little bit with Kagetokage and stuff. But sometimes it's just worth it to search, and sometimes you can just set a monster in defense position a lot of times, and you can't special summon. So you don't special summon a whole bunch. And then next up, one of the new cards I added was Golden Sarcophagus, and this is probably the most important new addition to the deck, and it's amazing because you can just banish your Rise of Snake Deity or your Snake Rain or Viper's Rebirth, and then get it to your hand in the second standby phase. And yeah, it's just amazing. And you can just search out any card in your deck. And yeah, I think it's a pretty underrated card too. And then we run 3 trade-ins. This is another. All these cards are super important, to be honest. But trade-ins your consistency card. You just send your Vennominion, get that Vennominion in grave as well. Maybe you can summon it. And yeah, it's a huge draw power card. Great. Makes the deck super consistent is what I want to say. And then 1 Dark Hole and 2 Twin Twisters. I think I'm running out of room. Twin Twisters, you can discard like a reptile too, and you don't want back row for your opponent has like Solemn or something to stop your Vennominion. And lastly, for the spells, one Upstart. And Dark Hole is good for destroying your Vennominion too by your own card effect to get out Vennominaga, of course. And then that's it for the spells. Then onto the traps. My trap lineup is a bit smaller in this deck profile than my last Venom deck, or Vennominaga deck. But of course we run the 3 Rise Snake Deities. You would never want to run less, because this is obviously how you get out Vennominaga. When your Vennominions, let me get out Vennominion. When your Vennominion's destroyed, if you don't know, by card effect, you activate this card to summon Vennominaga. And that's the only way to get him out. So this is the most important key card to get to your hand. So you always want to run 3. I think I got some comments saying I should run 2 or something, but I don't know why you would want to do that. Then we run 2 limit reverses. I was using Call of the Haunted before, but this is much better, obviously, because you target a monster with 1,000 or less attack and summon it, and then you can also change the monster to defense and to destroy it, and that's destroying it by card effect, so you can activate Rise Snake Deity to get out Vennominaga. So much better than Call of the Haunted. And then for the last of the new cards is Battle Mania. This is an awesome gimmick card. Basically, during your opponent's turn, you activate it during their standby phase, and all of their monsters are flipped up, and they have to attack your monster. So let's say you have Vennominaga on the field, and it has like a lot of attack, or they have at least 3 monsters. If they attack your monster with 3 monsters, then you automatically win because it gains enough Hyper Venom counters, or it just helps get more Venom counters on this card. Because a lot of times in this deck you would stall too much, and it would just take forever to keep on poking your opponent with like a 6,000 or 5,000 Vennominaga. But this card is amazing. I also usually Golden Sarcophagus this card too, early game or late game, it depends. But lastly, for this traps is just 1 Storming and 1 Solemn Warning, both great cards. Or Storming is really helpful. Yeah, so a small trap lineup, and that's it. And then we go on to the extra deck, of course. And then, of course, we run 3 King of the Feral Imps. This is usually your main Kagetokage combo lineup, and then you just so you can get more reptiles in your graveyard usually, or add Vennominion to your hand if you have trade in, and then draw more cards, of course, and of course a lot of things you can do with him, and then the rest is really just your preference. I use 1 Silent Honor, 1 Castel, of course, 1 Abyss Dweller is really good right now, 1 Utopia Lightning, 1 Cowboy. As for the level 8s, you use 2 Vennominions to overlay, of course. So these are just some good ones. Hieratic, Sun Overlord is really good because you can destroy your own monsters in your hand or field, so you can get more reptiles in your graveyard and pop your opponent's cards just to gain more attack. Yeah, but you can use whatever you want. I don't have Luminescent Knight is pretty good. I usually use him. I don't have Utopia Lightning, but I would be using Utopia Lightning. So yeah, please leave a like, leave more comments, more suggestions. I'm sorry that it took so long. I hope you like this version better. So yeah, leave me what you think, and I'll see you in the next deck profile. I will be doing more deck profiles on this channel. I just have been out of the Yu-Gi-Oh zone lately. Sorry for that. But yeah, see you next time.